Good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. This is your host, Martin Wong. And on Friday morning, we are again with the VSA 360. It has been indeed a very good week. Then again, depending how you look at it, if you are already in our market, like many of our VSA 360 members, and sharing those stock trade idea, I would think you are doing pretty fine. And then there's one of the trades that we already taken profit, which I will share with you on the later segment. So stay on and let me just give you an update on what's happening to our market via VSA 360, especially for those of you who are wanted to piggyback on something that is workable, profitable, and consistent result delivered. So right now we do see that the KLCI is looking more of a stage 3 distribution. So that's why we prepared our members and those of you watching in here, be ready to take profit rather than buying. For many of the unsuspected, I suppose what we call the public, they'll be trying to get into the market looking very hot. But this is a time that you want to think about taking your profit, not really want to let it run. I think that's the whole key thing, is using Pentagon Guider for your overall setup and then strangling it together with insider buying and selling like what we did. And of course, if you are really inexperienced in all this, you can use our VSA 360 and maybe want to join our premium membership, the VSA 360, including all the learning, all the sharing, all the stock trade idea sharing every week, plus a lot of the tutorial that we do, plus the Pentagon Guider trading tools that you see. Now, of course, one of the new segments we want to follow, trade and practice for our VSA 360 members is the trade idea that we have. And for the month of April, as we close some of those trades that we have, month of April are doing not too bad. For March, we have 12%, almost 12% return, and April for a 9% return. And now this is using the Pony Express method. So far, the month of May, we are still down slightly, but again, usually we come to the end of the month before we close the previous month because we're doing short-term trading. So for those of you who's listening, especially our members, you will know this format as we do our Monday Zoom live training here. So make sure you follow us that. So those 2 months has been great. In here, our VSA 360 is the heart of how we trade our model, and that's where you see the 360 model with the VSA indicator, stock screener, and so forth. And not to forget intraday alert too. Now, going forward, you can also check out our virtual room and maybe want to be part of our VSA 360 benefit and enjoy the benefit, and also check out our Smart Roby every Monday for the US market and the KLSE market. Now, VSA 360 comes with the insider buying and selling and has been pretty helpful for many of my. Now, last week we were talking about the rubber glove, and those of you who came, I think last Wednesday, not this Wednesday, as this was a holiday, we did talk about the rubber glove. He said that, hey, it's time to exit when you see climatic volume and so on and so forth. Of course, those of you, our member, may already know that, right? And that's why we say, but having said that, news continue to pour out from where we seen on the Bursa, that saying that maybe this trend can go a bit longer. So we can see here Harta Lega continue to rise, and that's why we see from the chart this stocks here continue to move sideways. That means it's not really going to go back down to the lower end, and this also point to higher closing in the coming days, if not months. Okay, so that's something that you should take note of. I think this is important that let me just show you what I mean here. Okay, we can draw the charts here. So if you just draw this and you draw this, you are pretty much in what we call a stage 2, and this is a stage 1, right? Members of our thing would have known this is a very powerful way to determine the trend. But right now, if you can see from here, and let me draw you a box again, right? So you can see this. We are moving sideways. We are moving sideways. So that's where is it still time to buy Harta Lega yet? Well, you might want to use some of those advanced method that we talked about, the setup method that will allow you to get in if you still want your rubber. But if not, check out some of the other stock trade idea that we have in our ongoing Monday training. Now, of course, let's look at the VSA 360 for the 24th of April. What are the things that we have for you? Let me just bring up my chart here. All right, so let's take a look at the VSA 360. We'll start off with the first segment, which we will bring back to here. Let me just refresh this. Right, so let's look at the dashboard for where we are. So the dashboard basically tells you, the KLCI is down 10 points, which is expected. You can see Dow Jones has turned red pentagon. Okay, that's Hang Seng's turn red pentagon, and usually once US start to turn red pentagon, our KLCI will turn. So that's why you want to have this dashboard, and that's why part of our Friday VSA 360 is to prepare our members and also the public. Be aware of such thing, be ready to take profit, and so forth and so forth. All right, looking into the foreign funds flows, looks pretty good. Foreign funds still buying heavily yesterday. Of course, when you hit a peak like 474 million, usually that is the sounding of the peak lah. They can reverse one. Reversal is coming straight away, coming up because you have 1, 2, 3, 4. This was what able to push above the 1600. So having this Bursa chart in your VSA 360 might entice you to learn more about the market. And of course, we have the technology stocks segment which continue to do well, property, and also there are a couple of good news coming out from the analyst side showing that technology may recover the second half of 2024, and that's why the market. And for those of our members who is listening, give me a thumbs up and let me know who are with us, so I know I have a friendly member within ourselves. And of course, we also check out our members scoreboard continue to get stronger or since March, which is only 2 months plus, up 36%, which is almost 18% return. And you want to know how they do it? Well, then find out more by joining our membership on our VSA 360 in here. All of them are doing pretty well, and I gotta say that's something that we are kind of proud of. Let's take a look at the segment of the sector. So you can see a lot of them already turned green pentagon. As much as you can see from here, only REIT started to turn 2 days ago. So when you look at this is a time the market has overextended, overly bullish, and usually what happens? Distribution stage 3 comes in, and that's why we are looking for a markdown very, very soon. Markdown maybe like a red pentagon. That's where many of our members should be aware of. Now let's also check out our what we call the we also updated the KLCI Jewel 20 from one of our members in here, so you can check out that screener. But pretty much you can see here Nova, Sheng, Scornet, Pharma, some of these are GHL scan, so it's a bit of mixed bag here. You can check out the so-called watch list that we have from the RHB Jewel. So this is the stock, some of those that are turning, a lot of them are turning red pentagon, UMC. So this is our latest list here. So if you want to find out when they turn green pentagon, if you want to trade the Jewel 2024 list, this will be the list that you have here. Okay, so you can see Kim Long, Cloud Point, these went up pretty a lot since the last green pentagon. You can see from here. Okay, so they are pretty interesting to check out if you want to trade the Jewel 2024. Okay, this should be a 2024. Let me tell my guys to fix it up as we just fix this too. Okay, and going forward, what else we have? Let me just go back to the dashboard. All right, so you can see from here, what else? The monthly return has been great. You can see here, this is one of the highest we ever got, almost 11% compared to where we are. As a matter of fact, we're one of the best performer regionally. If you look back in here, I think this is also part to the government Madani, who was doing very well, bringing in the investment coming in here. So that's a pretty good thing. And I do hope those of you who are listening are aware some of these development and changes, and no surprises we've been following in here. But I do hope that members continue to roll on to the methodology that we talk about every Monday in here, and go in and do the virtual trade. All right, so that's where we want to see the members excel on that one. And if you are new into this, you might want to consider joining our membership in here. Okay, so that's the personal list in here. So let's take a look at the market where we are. So if you look at the schematic in here, right? Always run a lot of schematic. We are likely in a stage 3 distribution, right? Normally stage 3 comes what? Stage 4, unless we have a new breakout. New breakout is unlikely because we have US already turned red. Pentagon, because yesterday they will talk about, they're likely to keep the rates longer for higher. So, and then the market also going through some sort of profit taking that we see in here. So be ready for a stage 4 markdown should the market break below 1600. So right now we are in stage 3 markdown, and this is where we are. Let me just show you what I mean by here before we go on to the stocks. A bit too fast. Okay, so you can see from here, right, you can see this market has been making a very nice uptrend, right? You can see from here and here, these are the two so-called poles, and these are a sign of bullishness. You can see from here, right? Overall, still bullishness in here. So breaking this down means the market, this should be the support. Having said that, right, if the market break lower, means the upper trend has already sort of paused, and we are moving in a new sideways market. All right, so I want to just label this so you can make note of it. So stage 2, this one is going to be a stage 3, this is going to be a stage 1. So the sooner you learn about the market stages, as I said before, for our members, the more benefit for you to really understand how to read this market in your favor. And of course, if you enjoy some of the teaching that we share in reading this market, do give me a thumbs up in here, like many of our supporters. So let's take a look at the advanced no screener. No screener, no supply. Okay, so last week we have Sendai, Payfree. Let's take a look at them. And one of the better way to look at them is to go over to the screener, go over to the NS, and you want to go back to the 16. Okay, submit. And members, remember we put on the -5 and the 5 here. Click it over here, so you can click over the turnover. So you can see from here, Sendai after NS. Okay, so after NS, this is the NS bar. Market still moves sideways here. Okay, Pavilion REITs stay sideways. GTX also sideways. Ceiling is one of the stock that turn red. So once it break below the support of the NS, it's time to go. Okay, and then you have Allianz. Allianz was pretty good. Breakup, still going sideways and strong in here. All right, because the market, as I said before, understanding the context of where we are in the market, the stage 3 distribution in here. So most stocks are unlikely to in, and those already gone up higher, which I will share with you later for our members sharing session. That's the one that you will see many of them sort of turning downwards. Okay, so for this week, okay, we'll be looking at the PA Resources, Dufu, Vitrox, ATNA, and some of those below 1 ringgit. Very enticing in here, of course. Check it out. Those of you who have no supply stock screener in here. If not, you want to consider subscribing to our. Of course, next week you'll come back and review this. And let's take a look at the insider buying, which is a very, very strong feature. And last episode, we did talk about IFCA MSC. All right, and IFCA MSC, after 2 buy, the fella just shot up straight away. So if you look in the market, how much the market has gone up, we can go this, we can put IFCA, and we all know IFCA MSC is one of the darling stock in 2013, the Goreng stock. So this was where so you can see a normal chart, you can't see insider buying, but for the VSA 360, you can see it very, very well. Let me just bring up that. Okay, let me just go back to IFCA, IFAM. Okay, IFCA MSC here, and you can see from here, as soon as the chart just have the market just bulldozer all the way, because last week we were here, right? So if you look from here, we were, which is this point, 40 cent to 55 cent, and how much return was that? That is a 34% just riding on a very low, what we call low risk and a good return. So this is where some of those so-called smart money operator stocks they tend to push up a lot, 30%. And if you have 10,000 ringgit, how much will you make? 3,400 ringgit, right? It's just a good thing, and considering the package that we are offering, very, very reasonable. And also you get the kind of investment trading advice in here, something you want to consider too. All right, just in the insider buying in here. For Alpha, pretty much the same this week. not much changes. You can see here it's still moving sideways in here, and low support in here. All right, a very low support. If it break down, then you want to cut loss. If it goes up, that's a pretty good thing. Okay, so this week for the insider buying, we have tough it, lots of buying in here, right? So we will see next week, how does it gonna go? And then we have the Benastra, we miss out here. You can see from here, $1.16 going up to $2.20. That's a big move. If you pick it up here much earlier, then you can see this is where the market's gonna go up. But let's see if this is gonna be heading higher or lower. Now that's something we're very proud of our turtle model that we've been doing in our CV3. We're getting all our traders to trade. This is the CV2. All right, winners in here, and we put the turtle in here, and we do hope that some of you will continue to learn and embark, especially some of our older members in here. We see that there's a lot of opportunity for you to learn from the other members, and also we also shared the weekly stock trade ideas. You can see it on the 10th. All right, and then 24th is up 36%, and some of the old veteran, like we see, James Chu was 18%, now it's gone up to 27%, and that's very, very good, and something that my speaker here, my team here, are very proud to bring our members up to speed. And for those of you in the public, you can judge this for yourself. And for our follow the stock trade idea weekly that we're doing in here, I think last week was 4%. We've taken some good profit, and I'm going to share with you some of the big profit, and it's gone up by 9% for the month of April. Okay, so you can also check out from our blog under performance result in here, some of the stock traders, we will update them, and you can see the result are consistent. So the first one was a good winner, which we did talk about on the live Facebook session on Wednesday. When you see a climatic action like this, we enter somewhere around here. You can see that E is the entry, exit is the XT. So widespread bar cabut lah. You know what happened, right? After that, the market dropped, which is important. That's why a lot of our members need to understand and do not be carried away by greed. And that's why you want to be out. So that's a 25% here. And we normally do a virtual trade of 10,000 ringgit in here, then you get about 2,574 ringgit, right? And also you have an entry here, exit here. This was signed property. I think this morning signed property also break up another 4-5%, but it's okay. That is for somebody else. So this is what I mean. If you go into sign prop, I think sign prop, right? Yeah, it's up another 4%, but uptrust, we all know we uptrust, sign of weakness. So it's okay. It's time to cabut. Okay, so we cabut today, which is 23rd. We close it after the market, which is what we do in our virtual trade here. You can see we initiated on the 29th, exited for a 20.8%, which is a gross profit of 2,000 ringgit on a $10,000 trade. So these are the kind of training that we do for our members in here. And of course, we want to show you some losers. This is a trade that we did on the 29th too, which is around here. Change of guard. The market didn't go higher, so what do you do? Do you hope? You don't hope, you exit. All right, that's why we also teach our member, if the market doesn't move now, exit it. We have a 6% loss, a 636 gross loss in here, and so that's really pushing the members to do what it is. All right, so our CV3 and continue to move higher. That's the equity curve. We want all our members to measure it. That's why we always talk about performance coaching in here to see you progress well in here. And for our newer members who just joined us, make sure you do the virtual trade. This is where we can follow up with you. And check out our scoreboard if you have on the left hand side in here for the latest result that we have in here. Series 1, we started, great results, great members, and we do think we have the right formula, right methodology. We coach our members going forward. If the market continue to head higher, like what we've seen on the KLSE, about 12% here, we have a good formula going forward, and we believe this formula will help more members like yourself becoming a turtle trader and doing income trading. All right, great review in our VSA system in here, and we love to hear your feedback. So if you have any stocks that you want me to look at, but I think our members are quite proficient in way they do, let me know. Pencil those in the remark. I'm happy to analyze for you. But usually our entry very simple, the next day after Pentagon or on the Pentagon entry. All right, that's it. That isn't really hard science onto it. Follow the green Pentagon. If it doesn't work, exit. And if you do well, that's about a 9% return for the month of April, and the month of for the month of March about 12% return. Very, very good. But of course, we do have losing month. We will come. We'll share with you. All right. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Right, and also our okay, we have Ahmad Zabri here. Want to look at Jinin Tech. Okay, let's look at Jinin Tech. Okay, Jinin Tech, if you look from here, entry is this level here, entry here. You got yeah, I think still okay. Right, today we have a sell-off bar 3% in here, but that's of course because of US. Okay, it's coming down, but I think it's likely to move sideways. It's okay to take some profit. Assuming you enter here lah, not here, okay? Masuk sini ya. Okay, let me just highlight it again lah. I want to make sure all our listener also know. You masuk next bar. Okay, this bar here. Okay, not here, bukan sini ya. Here is time to take profit. Okay. Ahmad Zabri ya, you know inilah kita punya sistem. Okay, masuk sini, keluar sini, bukan masuk sini. Okay, let's look at Penintech. Sure. Let's look at Penintech. Let me just erase this in here. Okay, let me just clear this off. Okay, Pentech. Okay, Pentech. Yeah, you got a lot of weakness in here coming in. Still okay to let it run because it's still going up. But usually, if you are our member, okay, Steven, okay, member, sorry, we share with you. You make more money using the Pony Express. Yeah, using the Pony Express. But if you want to hold it, your smart Bobby in here, you do have an equal balance of strength. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 strength, right? You got 1, 2. So strength is still there. But if the market turns satu saja, red pentagon, cabut. Okay? Assuming you masuk here lah. Not here, okay? Always keep saying, you masuk, always masuk on the green pentagon. That's why we keep it very, very simple. Alright, semua orang also boleh masuk green pentagon sini. This is the bar, not sini. Okay, let's look at Inta. I always like members or public allow me to show you Inta, which is Inta Bena. Okay, Inta Bena red pentagon tadi lah. Time to cabut lah. If you see from the here, right? Okay, from here green pentagon. Okay, green pentagon to red pentagon, already 46%. More than enough lah. You got 10,000 ringgit, already 4,500, 4,600. Cukup, sudah cukup. But if you enter around here, nasib not so good lah. Okay, Ellie, so that's why always look for the right entry. Okay, you don't enter where you are. We have a very, very strict methodology. Okay, like we said in our Monday training. Okay, hopefully one day you can join our Monday training and become our member there. All right, and that's really important to him. So right now you got uptrust. You can still run it a bit more, but red pentagon is already there. Okay, so let me know, Ellie, where you masuk, what price you masuk for Inta. Okay, but usually I also pick above 47 cent. Anything below 27 cent can be very, very volatile one. Because you see why? The market moves sideways for a long time here. Tak jalan kan? You see here? For almost how many days? Just 29 days. 30 days. Almost 1 bulan. No. You see, then only start to jalan. Okay, so that's all we have. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to join our Telegram chat room here. And thanks to the public for submitting their stock trade idea to check out. So wish you all the best. And I do think that market is distributing in here. Don't be so gung-ho. Be ready to take profit, as I said before, in here. And I think those of you who have been following our Friday 10:15 breakfast show, you will know some sort of idea what to do. That's all. Bye-bye and have a good weekend.